Hey you guys, it's me, Jeremiah. Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? How's it going? I hope you will stay and subscribe. So today I'm going to be giving you guys like an updated makeup routine. Just like new tips and tricks that I have learned along the way and new like routines that I do with my makeup. And new brushes, new products, and just everything. I'm just so awkward. Like who am I addressing? I don't know. Like this is fun. So if you guys want to know how I get my face to look like this to this, literally just like ripped my lace off.
Then make sure you keep on watching.
For starters, I use this. This is CeraVe. This is a moisturizer. It is the best moisturizer that I have used. It's really cheap. I'll put the price right here. It's from Target. I have like very like problematic razor bumps. Like as you guys can see, like my bumps, they always come for me and I'm just not here for it. So yeah, this is the only moisturizer that just really does it for me. I kind of like switch between primers right now. I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. Love this primer. My all-time favorite primer is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion primer. That primer is so amazing. I discovered it at my job. I used to work at Macy's for Urban Decay and it just like looks amazing on everyone. Something that I do differently now than I did before is I do my entire face and then I do my eyeshadow. I used to do my eyeshadow first. And then once I got really comfortable with it, I would do my foundation, concealer, and then set. Then do my eyeshadow, but now I do my full face and then my eyeshadow. So for foundation, my all-time favorite is Maybelline Super Stay, but I don't have that and I have no coin to go buy it. So I'm gonna kill everybody. Right now I've been mixing Maybelline Fit Me. This is 355 Coconut. Can you guys see this? Maybelline, please send me just one foundation. One foundation will go a long way. So then I mix it with this Born This Way Too Faced foundation. This is in the shade Warm Sand. So for concealer, I am going to be using Tarte Shape Tape. I used to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Still a very amazing concealer. I still use it for my brows, but I've just been using this and it's just so full coverage. It's so flawless. It's so pretty. I don't think I have the right shade. This one is a little bit like pinky undertone, but I really love this concealer. For my concealer, I like to let this sit for just a little bit, like 30 seconds to a minute. And if you let your concealer set a little bit and get a little bit tacky, it'll give you more of a fuller coverage. And then for my nose contour, I used to bring it all the way down and then I would just apply too much concealer. So now I just take like the thinnest amount and like what's left over at the end of the concealer, just to bring it down the center of my nose. Sometimes, I don't do this all the time, but I like to do it sometimes, just underneath my contour. I've seen a huge improvement in the my base just by really pressing the product into my skin. So you can see that concealer just completely erased my dark circles. As far as powder, I still use the Laura Mercier powder. Nothing has really changed. I haven't really used any other powders. When I powder, I like to take the powder on my sponge and then just tap on the back of my hand with the powder. Before, I would just dip into the powder and then I would just like go right in on my face and it would just be like so much powder. And for someone who has dry skin, like that's just not a good idea. So I would not recommend to do that. I actually learned that trick from Jaclyn Hill, so shout out to you, girl, for that. The thing that I love about that little trick of like just not using a lot of powder is that your skin still looks like skin. Like it's not overly matte. Like you can still see my skin has like a glow to it, like a sheen. Like she's not completely matte, which I love. So after that, I like to take a little eyeshadow brush. This is just the Morphe M513. Then I'll dip into my powder again, and then I will just blend out my under eyes to get rid of any creases. Okay, so for my brows, I like to make sure that they're kind of like perfectly plucked already just because it makes it easier, so I can, you know, conceal less. It just makes my job easier. I used to use Dip Brow, but I don't know, I just don't really like it anymore. Right now I am using the James X Morphe palette. I've been using this shade Benny right here. It's just like the perfect shade for my brows. Like it's like this is like my favorite product that I've ever used on my brows, and it's an eyeshadow, so shout out to you, James. Okay, so I'm taking my R44 brush from Morphe. I'm gonna do my brows off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and my brows are on. My brow routine kind of is the same thing. I've just really improved the shape of my brow onto bronzer. So I use the KKW bronzer. I only literally go in like that and then I'm good to go. Like push it into my hairline. You guys can see it's like super pigmented, so I just like focus it there and then like stamp it out. Again, I used to pack on the bronzer, but less is more. Okay, so for my nose contour, I take this Urban Decay brush. This is a tapered blending brush from Urban Decay. I dip into this shade right here from the contour kit from ABH. I just draw a line going into my brow and then right down. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face off camera and I will see you in a bit.
Get money, get money, wait, my thing like a baby,
Okay, you guys, and this is the final look. Yeah, this is my routine. This is what I do all the time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out. And also turn on the notifications if you would like to see my face, more of my face. I know you do. I know you want to see more of this. And I will leave all of my socials down below. Okay, bye.